the testing centers are closing because of COVID. What am I gonna do? Take the exam now before they close down all the testing centers. No, I don't wanna do that. Wait for the pandemic to be over and then take the exam. No, I don't wanna do that. You can just take it online from your home. No, I don't wanna do that either. Don't take the GRE? Well, I don't wanna do that. Hey fam, my name is also Fam and my channel is about all things PA. And today we're gonna talk about how I personally prepped for the GRE. I am not gonna be a role model in this video. Don't do what I did. If you're here just to know my GRE score, I got a 299, which is a really bad score. So stick around if you wanna find out how I improved that. So about 5 years ago, I decided to take the exam. I went in with zero prep. I was thinking, oh, I go to the best college in the entire state. I just needed 300. I don't really have to study for that. Well, I was wrong. I walked into the exam, everybody's sitting their flashcards right before going in, and I'm thinking, maybe I should have prepped for this. So I walked out with a 299, which is so close to that 300 that I wanted, but I was off by 1 point and it just wasn't good enough. So that was $200 down the drain. Fast forward to last year, around February time, I was planning on retaking the GRE in July 2020. So I told myself I have 6 months to study, I'm better than who I was before, I'm more mature now. I'm gonna prioritize this exam. I did not. You wanna know what I did instead? I played a ton of video games. I was obsessed with Assassin's Creed. I just had to finish the game. And I had my bros waiting for me on Fortnite, so studying for the GRE did not stand a chance. I was finishing up my last few prerequisites like biochemistry and genetics, and I was working a lot. I would come home from work, I would finish all my homework, and with whatever free time I had, I would just go play video games instead of studying. And the next thing you know, it was the end of April. And I was thinking, why panic today when I can panic tomorrow? I still have 4 months to study, I'll be fine. I even procrastinated panicking. And then it was 3 months, then 2 months, then 1 month. By now it's June, I'm panic buying all the GRE books. I bought the ETS GRE book, the verbal, and the quantitative book as well, so I bought all 3. And then it was July 1st. And then I realized, oh boy, I'm in trouble. So instead of a 6-month study plan, I came up with a 4-week study plan. I would be at work from 7:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. And then I would come home, take a shower, eat dinner, and then get started. So probably from 6:37 until 11:30 or midnight, I would study every single night. And the following is what I did for each section of the GRE. For the essay section, I honestly didn't really study. I read all the instructions on the ETS website and the books that I purchased, and that was it. Moving on to the verbal section, I studied a lot of flashcards. I downloaded multiple free apps on my phone and I would just study them throughout the day. And I read the entire ETS GRE verbal book from the first page till the last. I did every single questions that was found throughout the book, and then I completed the verbal practice set 1, 2, and 3 that was at the end of the book. Next, for the math section, I went to ETS website again, and I completed every single topic that they mentioned on there. I did the entire math review section and I answered each question. And whatever I didn't understand, I just looked it up on Khan Academy and I watched the lesson along with answering each practice question that was in those lessons too. After finishing the entire math review, I went to the ETS GRE quantitative book. I read the entire book and I answered all the questions that were scattered all throughout the book. And then I finished the quantitative practice set 1, 2, and 3. Once I was through the whole GRE math book and the entire GRE verbal book, I moved on to the main GRE book. I of course read that entire book as well and answered any and all questions that were given. After that, I took the 2 full-length GRE practice exams that were given at the end of that book. After completing all the material that I had purchased, I moved on to the ETS website. This is where I took my first full-length free practice GRE exam online. I got a score of 318 and I was so excited, but in reality, I did not get that score. I got a score way lower than that. And I'll tell you why in a second. After the first exam, the next day or so, I took the second free PowerPrep exam and I got a score of 317, which I was still happy with. And then came July 31st, 2020, exactly 1 year ago today. By that time, COVID had shut down all the testing locations, and the only way you could take the exam is at home, which made me a little nervous because I was traumatized from college when I was taking an online exam this one time and my Wi-Fi went out and my professor blamed me for not having a steady connection, and I was scared that this would happen again on the GRE. I'm gonna lose my Wi-Fi, or the exam is gonna glitch, or my essays won't be saved, or if I try to go back in a question, the system would malfunction. I had all these thoughts in my head, which definitely hurt my score. When it was time to take the exam, I wrote my essays super fast. I went through the entire exam really quickly without going back and checking my answers because I just wanted to get through the experience as fast as I could before something went wrong. The final score that I ended up getting on this exam was 312, and I got a writing score of 4. I definitely could have calmed down more and gone through the exam at a better pace, but it's not the end of the world and I'm okay with it. Alrighty fam, I hope you learned something from my experience. Don't repeat the same mistakes that I did. Prepare for this exam, give yourself time, be patient, and good luck. If you have any additional questions for me, please go ahead and leave them on the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And if you're someone interested in the PA career field, consider subscribing because I will be making videos every single week. Thank you for watching.